Cloud Imperium Games financials made public, and what could be found? Possibly shocking. More after these messages. Today's video has been brought to you by the generous patrons of the games who make continued content on the games possible. The games patrons enjoy monthly giveaways like Steam gift cards, Star Citizen packages, and any game that you want giveaways. Please consider donating just $1 if in any way you enjoyed the game's content. Thank you. Hello gamers, and welcome back to the games. What exactly is going on with the financials behind the curtain? Initially, this was brought to my attention by the Derek Smarters of the world. For clarification of all who are watching, I do want Star Citizen to become a reality, but while I do have high hopes for this game, I still like to look at things rationally and clearly for my audience. A confirmation statement by Cloud Imperium Games was made public on the 11th of December. Let me explain that Companies House is similar to the IRS in the United States. Unlike the United States, Companies House actually posts the filings of private corporations in the UK public. Now what we can see here is approximately 1.1 million shares of Cloud Imperium Games at a nominal value of 111 Great British pounds. Now before I continue, let me just state that it's easy to look at a public corporation and figure out basically their net worth as a company, because you can take the stock that you know is out there, which is called the float, and you can figure out basically what the value of the company is by that and a few other factors. It's a little bit harder to do when it's a private-based company. Usually it's earnings minus liability and expenses. But I won't get into that. All the information that you need to know is below in the description. What's interesting to me is to see this transfer of shares. What's happening is that they're selling shares of Cloud Imperium. The sale was in the amount of 18,500 shares to what is listed on the report as INFRATRADE. Now, we'll get to that in a moment. But let's go over the shareholders first. ORTWIN Sam FREYERMUTH, essentially Cloud Imperium Games legal help. And of course we know Chris and his brother ERIN. But let's get to these other corporations that are shareholders. ERLOCH Limited, which is based in the Cayman Islands. INDUS Management, also based in the Cayman Islands. And INFRATRADE Group Corporation, which until recently I wasn't able to find anything on them. It was a bit disturbing until I realized that Cloud Imperium's actually reported this incorrectly, and it's INFATRADE. INFATRADE just happens to be a finance company that helped out both ORTWIN and Chris when they owned Ascendant Pictures. But what do I deduce from all of this? What's most important to look at is the safety of those that have put thousands of dollars into this game. This could be just a reorganization of shares as the game becomes more popular, people wanting to adjust the amount that they own, wanting to get in before a big pop. Perhaps this is SIG looking for investors, looking for more money. We know that their burn rate is approximately 3 to 4 million per month. Perhaps the ship sales aren't enough. Perhaps they're actively looking for more people. Perhaps they need that money. Telling future investors that this share price could be $1, $5, $10. As a private company, you can do that. Everything that's publicly released financially is very important, especially for those that have tens of thousands of dollars into this game. They do consider this an investment. Unlike what a lot of the popular content creators would tell you, these types of people do feel that they have invested in the game. Regardless, they are not making any money because they do not own any of these shares. These shares are all privately owned by people that Chris and Cloud Imperium Games decides to sell these particular shares to. These are not public shares. However, the people that have backed tens of thousands of dollars do feel that as if they do have an investment in this game, and I feel this information is very important for these people. Some of the accounting practices seem a little sketchy to me. These companies, the entities' origins are in the Cayman Islands. It's not really that unusual, since most of the working world that tries to evade taxes have these businesses in the Cayman Islands. It's almost a standard with large corporations anymore that these people do have locations in the Cayman Islands. So that's not too much of an issue for me, but I will say that I will continue to look into these matters, and I do have the information down below in the description for anybody that would like to continue or investigate on their own, because I think that this information is important. And that's what I'm here for. This is the games, reporting the news that matters. See you on the next vid, gamers.